morning and welcome to a very wet Gridbusters. Today it's concrete day, waiting for the concrete truck to arrive. Let me show you what we did yesterday. Yesterday we finished digging out the remaining soil. We then put it in a trailer and we dump it in a pile which is actually at the end of the garden. And we're building up the bank here and building this out slowly. Eventually I'm going to be landscaping this area, putting some railway sleepers up and extending this side paddock here to extend over it. So this is just a little bit of reclaimed land where we put all of the stuff we dig out from the barn. So yesterday we also put in the damp-proof membrane. Even though this is just a garage, I still put in a membrane. At the end of the day, we never know what we're going to use this for in the future. So this could be, a garage that a mechanic uses. It might end up being a hobby room. Who knows? So it's always good to put a damp-proof membrane in. Not putting any insulation in, but it is damp-proofed at least. We're not putting in any rebar. We don't really need it for a room this size. However, I do have a very small amount of rebar in stock. It's about 1 meter wide by about 6 meters long. So since I have it in stock, we might as well use it. I'm just going to put it along the threshold here, the rebar. So that's going to go along there. And then the rest of the concrete will flow into there. I've ordered 4 cubic meters of concrete, which I think should be more than enough to fill up this whole area. It is pouring with rain today, which on the face of it seems really bad and horrible to have to work in the rain. But actually it's a blessing, because when we concreted the garage, it was the summer. And what actually happened was the cats ended up going in the garage when the concrete was still wet. And this concrete is like liquid. And one of our cats, of course the white cat, ended up with concrete legs. Ended up concrete all over her legs. And she's of course the skittish cat, which is really annoying. And I had to grab, because it's corrosive concrete, and obviously we don't want them to lick it off, so it was a real problem. So I had to grab her. She was screaming away whilst Dave got the hose pipe, and we had to literally just hose her down because this stuff's dangerous. So a bit of a nightmare. And because it's raining today, if it carries on raining, the cats won't be outside. So that's really great. So hopefully it will give the concrete enough time to cure enough so that if the cats do come in here, they won't end up with concrete all over them. So that is a bonus. Now the concrete truck is meant to arrive this morning. Last time we had concrete delivered, they were 4 hours late. This is France for you. We've gone for a morning delivery so that if they are late, at least we can get it done by lunchtime or early after lunch. Last time we were hanging around to like 6 o'clock before they arrived or something. It was not good. So we're going to crack on with some other things today. Whilst we wait for the concrete to be delivered, Jude, our builder, is actually right now sanding down some of the plasterboard filler. Sanding. I'm still finding it something difficult to do with my back, so he's up on the ladder doing some of the high stuff as well. And we're going to get that all sanded down. We're going to be putting a mounting plate for the electric charger for the car in the garage today. And if there's enough time, I will also wire that up. So let's get on with it. The concrete truck arrived early, so I never got a chance to install the charger. I guess a job for another day. The truck arrived and started unloading, and Jude the builder and I, we started raking out the concrete. We had actually ordered 3 square meters,
But then on a second look at it, we realized that we probably needed 4. So I went back to the concrete company and upped the order to 4 cubic meters of concrete. And that's what's pouring out here. So the truck had a 3-meter funnel, which was pretty cool. So it was able to get it right to the back of the room, which was a big help. And it wasn't actually that hard raking out the concrete. I've done this once before, and that was in the main garage. It was at this point, actually, that we realized that there was a huge amount of concrete, and it was actually much higher at the front of this garage than it was at the back. So we're having to now rake everything right to the back to make sure that we don't actually have a high spot at the front. We don't want water pouring in and then having a big puddle at the end of the garage. So we spent a good amount of time raking everything to the back and then getting everything leveled out. But yeah, it all seemed to work out in the end.
Next day, and the concrete has set, not 100%, it's kind of just about okay to stand on, although I don't want to stand on it too long, but it's I can still put my finger nail into it, so it's not 100% hard. Plus it's been pouring with rain for 24 hours, so there's quite like a layer of water on the concrete, which is not great. But we got it done, happy with it. Going to leave it a couple of days before we do any more work in here. I've just ordered all the timber for the ceiling in here. As you can see, we've already got some bird stuff on the floor there, which is one of the reasons why we're putting a ceiling in here, because if we put a tractor in here, we don't want to get it covered in muck from birds. so that's why we're putting a ceiling in here. Plus, it needs to be strong enough, not to walk on, but strong enough for like a cat to jump on or walk on. So we can't just use something really, really thin, like polythene plastic or something like that. So it had to be substantial enough for, for cats and things like that to walk on. So the materials for the ceiling don't arrive until Tuesday. Jude and I, we did quite a lot in the garage yesterday. I got most of the painting done, although I did run out of paint. So I've just been to the shops and got another can of paint. And over the weekend, I'm going to be finishing off that painting and installing the car charger. Didn't get time to do the car charger yesterday, just kind of like ran out of time. But I will get that done over the weekend, and I'll create a video for you. So I hope you enjoy the videos, and remember to like and subscribe. Would really help if you would like and subscribe, and please do comment on the videos. All your comments are really kind of spur me on to carry on with these videos. And let me know what kind of things you want to see. I'm going to definitely make a video on wiring up the charger for the car this weekend. And if you want anything included in that video, let me know, and I'll include that in the video. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you next time.